Yes. Hello.
I don't know where the ball is going to go. I haven't bowled yet.
Neither do I, because I don't do very well with the ball on my stuff. Hey, welcome to live candlepin bowling. And that's not what's supposed to happen. There we go. Brian's Bowlaway, Gardner, Mass. We're bowling on lane 1. Yes, the word we. And 7. We've always alternated. All right. Yeah, if you remember, that was my father. He's trying. Oh, you already started? All right. Well, yeah. All right. So he just wanted to see if he can throw. He's been out because of knee problems. He lost a crap ton of weight, and his knees feel a lot better. So he's back in action. I thought he started. Oh. He hasn't bowled for quite a while, so. Oh no. All right, he's found the left, he found the right, now he has to find the middle. Sorry about the washout effect or streaking. Can't do anything about. Ooh, that's a good one. Ooh. There's a good thing that first one was practice. I know it's a point, but a point's a point. 8. As I've said, I do not do well with a ball on my immediate left, so I'm probably going to suck a little bit. Yeah, I love bowling up against the wall on my immediate left. The table needs to be more in the middle. Ooh, nice headpin shot there. Seven. That's why better. This sort of table is better. I normally move it over to the left lane so I have more room on 2, which is where I normally bowl by myself. With the father, much better though. Ooh, well, there is some pin action on lane 1. Leaving the 4 horsemen on the right. Now the queens leave. And right on the head pin, and oh wow. 9. And he's winning. He hasn't played in months and he's winning.
You know, I feel the stiffness.
Stink frame of 3. Yep, this game's garbage. I was going to bowl last week, but weak head pin shot, but hey, good spare setup. But there was a major accident along my way to Worcester. It literally ruined the chances of bowling. I get something, and it did. And 9. I forgot to connect the battery. There we go. So for those of you that say I'm getting better at this, here's proof that I suck. I can't play with a wall on my left, which just shows you how much I suck. I just don't do well with a wall on my left. A good bowler can overcome that. Oh, 9.
Saving myself all the time. That's it.
So it doesn't matter.
I'll get it.
Yeah, I think you can still save it. Still save it.
Well, I totally forgot. It's been so long. There's a thing called the father-son curse, where I can't play worth a damn when I play against my father. Anyway, halftime report. For someone who hasn't played in a while, he's not doing too bad, 42. And then me, that, and that's the only good things. If we can get a good fill, we can probably make it almost rebuildable. 31. Just short. just short, but the other way. And an 8. And now it's time for everyone's bonus ball. El Stinko, the bonus ball. The way things have been going, let's see how low it'll be. That 9 fill puts it barely in the minimal average ability set. The half is now a 40. And that was the first I wish it was ball 2 moment. Ow. And okay, that's what I'm supposed to be doing. Oh yeah, he lobs the ball a bit too, but I don't care. It's casual. I just set myself up for standards. That's a 5. She's coming back. Maybe I can break this father-son curse. Ooh, oh, too full. Seems that the pin plate on 1 gives a lot of action. This is known to be a tougher house. Ooh, that's a good shot. There you go. Time once again for El Stinko, the bonus ball. Let's see if this one will stink for the pins.
Just press the button. There you go.
El Stinko was a 6. The fill is okay to leave. Yeah, who knows? Curse of the fill of 6. We got 2 frames to get 8 to make the minimum average ability. According to ICBA records of casual league players, 90 is considered average, and people generally have a 10-point spread either way on average. 8 fill. Nope. Yeah, somehow I'm actually going to pull a bottom end of average out of this mess. And I believe the strike streak will die here today, only because we play 4 games instead of the usual 10 or 6 if I'm with Chris. Yeah, so these smaller stints tend to be frequent when the strike streak perishes. Yeah, 5. The fact that I've been bowling for 4 years and he hasn't been bowling for a while, it just shows you how bad I am.
There it is.
Years and I lose. The father-son curse. The curse continues, although the game isn't all right, especially with that, and then that, and that. That is not a slayer because that would be 3 6s in a row, 86, 87. I lose, shocker. Game number 2, he does the alternating thing. So let's see if the left wall thing is starting to go away.
Hit the button, please.
Better than the 5 to start. Well, 6 is better than 5. Ooh, the lily. Yeah, at least he's got some wood. That left one's a little scary. That's a good shot. Oh, just a little too far left. And he leaves the Woolworth.
Well done, Denise.
Get the other piece of wood and put it down.
Just as crappy as the first game. Ooh. And 9 or 7. Yeah, I'm at this angle, it's hard to tell. That helps a little. Yeah, it ain't saying much. Saying I'm beating my last game, but that's not saying a lot. Ooh. Well, if the first person was going to get a strike, it wouldn't be me. That should have been. Oh, yeah. Hello, Tom. Good afternoon, George and George. I love that. Thanks again. And there it goes. Dad throws an El Stinko at it too. Stay on. All right, at least a 7. The appropriate middle finger for 9. Good afternoon, Watson. If you made, yeah. Yes, for the first time in a long time, since he lost a ton of weight, something I wish I could do. His knees are cooperating enough to bowl again. And that also continues the dreaded father-son curse, where I suck royally. backdoor splash action for it. And now it's for the sad but true halftime report. Once he adds it up, it's 8. The father-son curse is alive and well with that and that. Meanwhile, he had the lousy El Stinko for his fill, but out. 42-36.
There you go.
Explaining to my father the tradition of bowing on the first strike. So the strike streak's actually alive.
Are you all set?
It's probably the only good thing that's coming out of it.
Great game, too.
I did too. That was good. The bowling gods turn their attention to someone else, then the father-son curse can go away. He could have went for the wood. I think he probably was aiming for that. Still got an 8. It's now time for 2 El Stinko, the bonus balls. I have got a double strike here before. I've also got a Putnam Street because it's Putnam Street. Acton Bowldrome because it's a grease pit, and of all places to get a double strike, Masons. Let's see if we can add another double strike, or at least get a decent fill. Not really. I actually got lifted. 9 fill. Nine and a 9 fill. Is that enough to right the ship? I think it is. Yeah, actually, that does a pretty good job. Now my father's going for the Emily. That's where you get nothing in ball 1 and all of them in ball 2. Apparently that's a skill because I still can't do it. Oh, a 4.
All of the back.
The 4 wasn't with him. Niner.
Killing me.
Double wood, but a piece of wood in between. And a piece of wood that might kick the 5 if he misses. That wasn't the one, but that one does as well. He leaves the middle finger. Well, so much for 80 in that one, but still another frame. Yeah, even if I'm hitting bottom end of average, I still consider this the father-son curse because I'm doing worse than I usually do. And the whole left wall thing don't help either. You know, many other people have seen it when I air any Putnam Street or Palace qualifiers. When I'm on the very left, the left wall messes me up. I tend to do worse. 4 horsemen, well, now it's 3.
I was yelling at it. Don't turn. I can feel it. Well, I moved up one.
Again, I mean, the score isn't too bad, but the curse is still there. Oh, it might be a 1-1. Oh, almost a strike. He just needs to make this smart. And I win it. Welcome to my world. And it rolls the wrong way for 9. Strike saved it. That hurt it. Almost right in the smack dab middle of average, 88, which is still average, and a 79. Game 3. Again, we alternate. Well, 10. Probably higher than what I'll get. Very certain.
I just added 2 to that. Ooh, just missed it. I thought you could.
And a 9er.
61, 71, 77 there. And 86.
Oh. Because he's family, I don't charge him for copyright.
Now to hit the middle.
Some say hitting the middle is a good idea. And that's how you do it. Just a little thin. 8's not bad out.
All long. Good.
I honestly did not see the spare coming, but the ball did pretty much go where I wanted it to. And, oh, well, that's a little better. You got a piece of wood between the 7 and 8 that if he grazes that pin, he could do it. And there you go.
Down. I wanted to hit further over.
Yeah, that was the place to hit it. That one on the right. Time for El Stinko the bonus ball. What will the bonus be?
Good one. 7 is good.
El Stinko stinks for that leave. What a 7 for. What a crappy leave. Not a bad score, so. Like I say, I pulled myself up. He's a little over the foul line, but it's casual. Who cares? Nice second ball, but wow. Couldn't have at least taken out the 7 pin. It's an ugly 6 Lily plus a 9 pin. singles a 139. Not done here. Low 44. Masons. The 139 was Putnam's. Highest I did here is a 114.
It's all right. It's not. I know. A little off.
I was actually aiming for the little pocket of deadwood, but missed it. Didn't matter. Fill of 3. 47 to 52 with his half is a 50 and a 4. Well, 4 standing. Time for El Stinko, the bonus ball. It's a narrow shot, but can I get a 3-digit score with the father-son curse running? Let's see. Seven fill, somewhat favorable for another spin. Ten. Coincidentally, my father's high single here is also a 114. Needless to say, he did it first. It doesn't always happen, but it seems 50% of the times when I come here, I can get at least one 3-digit score. But like I said, being that it's only 4 games, very unlikely, but it can happen in a 6. Oh, 6 is left. Why am I counting what's left? Looks like even with the father-son curse, the 3-digit thing might happen. And he hits head pin. Says he can't hit it, but he did. Got himself a 9. Once again, it's time for El Stinko, the bonus ball. Can we bury the 114 high? Another I wish it was ball 2 moment. I have that many frames to get that many pins to get that many numbers in my score. Actually, a pair of 10s will do it, even less. I know I jinx it by saying this, but the Bryans high single of 114's in jeopardy. Oh, yes, there we go. At least a 10. That was excellence in execution. I admit that one. New high single for Bryans might be coming up. Thank you, Mr. Watson. And I just want to remind people, because people jump in and out of these streams, after a long absence, losing a ton of weight, and with knee issues, he's finally good enough now that he decided to try it again. So he's rusty. He used to really be good at this. He could compete in King of the Palace if he kept up with it all these years. Could this be the ball that buries the Bryans high single of 114?
That's all right. 7 is good.
El Stinko stinks for the leave of 7. Oh, I gotta be fancy. I gotta try to hit the right piece of wood on the far right. That barely stayed behind the line, but I let minor lob slip.
Alright, now, if you want to keep going again, I'm going to just stop getting the feeling.
But you have messages. All right, his knees had it. All right. Say hello to my new high single for Bryans. Considering how he was having difficulty, 87 isn't too bad. So now my new high at Brian's is 123. He is going to call it quits, and I'm going to do the traditional fourth game alone. This is something that happens every now and then.
Yeah, but they're not bad. But I don't want to push it. Because I want to come back next month.
Could this be the great collapse? That's an 8. Yeah, he decided his knee's okay. It's starting to get a little sore because he's not used to this. So he's just going to play it safe and sit out number 4. This is the great collapse. Oh, this is the collapse. Wrong side of the head pin, but it still worked. Means it's time for upside down El Stinko the bonus ball. What will it be? A little too full, but fortunately I got a 7 out of it. I hit the wrong piece of wood. Barely stayed on for now. And now my left knee's deciding to have halftime report. Puke. Puke. Okay. 46. That was an authoritative strike, or authoritative. Now to think of it that way is acceptable. 2 will stink of the bonus balls. I'll repeat this again because people jump in and out of the streams. I've got a double at Putnam's because it's Putnam's. One in Acton because it's a grease pit. This place, believe it or not, being a hard house. And of all places I've gotten a double, Mason's. And yes, it's on video. Let's see what El Stinko times 2 gives us. No, it wasn't. Yes, still ain't too good. Could be a square. Eat, Phil. Well, I thought that would have been a wish it was a ball 2 moment, so it didn't matter.
Go for 3. Beat the 1 for 3.
Oh, that's what you said. Was obviously not aiming for that, but 9. Kingpin remaining. There she is. And there you have it. We knew that was coming at some point. That's how many times I've actually converted it. All right, we're exactly at the middle of average ability. This may not be a 3-digit game, but who the hell cares? And thanks again, Mr. Watson. Last frame. And an 8. Oh, the collapse wasn't long lasting. I mean, we had those 6s there. And a strike an 8, Phil, and a 9. 9, 8, 8, 98. Game 1, 87, 86. I lose. But, you know, I don't count them if I win. Anyway, second game, 88-79 win. Then I win big there. New high single for Brian's Bowlaway. And end with a 98. And like I said, my father didn't play game 4 because he didn't want to press his luck. He wants the knee to be good next time we do this. We're starting to get a little aggravated, but not much. Not used to doing the action here. That's the impromptu. They are quick when I'm with my father. which I don't mind. Georgia 551 saying, hope you enjoyed and have a good one.